Well, welcome to another video of the DKS group. This one, like most of mine, is going to touch a raw nerve with some of you, be a bit controversial. My client is stood over there who's allowing me to say some of what we've done today as a breakthrough. So let's jump straight in. I'm Andy Deeks, one of the directors of the DKS group, so the logo that you've seen, and we've been out having a game of golf today. Now it's critical, and I've been saying, and he's agreed with me several times, the leaders and managers work for the staff work for the customer, and the customer works for the business. And I keep using metaphors with him, and today we got through that the fundamental basics is the leadership, the mindset, the attitude, the behaviour, the environment that people work in. Now he's got 33 staff. And he's always saying, I've got to do this. No. This is what I've been saying today. You manage the environment. You look after the environment and the people. Now this is what I want you to know, right? You put a good person into a bad environment, that person will do bad things. You put that bad person, untrustworthy person, into a good environment that's got support, nature, training, the environment is good, they will do good things. Now over the last 25 years, our business, the DKS group business, has grown. I've taken it from my father and my brother and the other directors. We understand that people follow leaders. Nobody wants to get up in the morning and go, I want to be managed. They hate it. That's why they keep changing jobs. So understand this. You don't get up to manage people. You manage the environment. So our saying, the leaders support the staff support the customers. Right. So let's understand that. As a leader, you are creating the environment, not the results. So let me put this into our sporting term, and it's exactly what we've done today, isn't it? Football. They can substitute the odd player to get a better result. But if the leadership's not there and the group of players don't want to work for the leader and follow the leader, they don't win. Hang on a minute, you're going to say, Andy, yeah, but that's football. Well, okay, take Formula 1. They have a bad pit stop. They don't go and sack the mechanic straight away and substitute him for another one. They let him come back. They give him the support. Yachting, round the world yacht racing. They have a mast break or they take a wrong direction. They don't just chuck the cat, They carry on. They have a plan. They have a focus. The leadership is what is important to the environment. So in football, if the leadership isn't good, doesn't matter how many people you change in and out, if it isn't being supported and being followed and being nurtured, doesn't work. They don't win. Formula 1, you look at how many team managers have stayed the distance. Look at the teams that people join into. Having been in Formula 1, I was. It's passion. Williams, Benetton, McLaren, Mercedes, Jordan when we were there. Phenomenal, inspirational people, led from the front. They were there to encourage us. And I can tell you, was in the workshop, not going to tell you which team, I was in the workshop. So I'd got a manager above me, a manager above him, and a manager. And then we'd got the main man, the man that owned the business. Every single one of them would walk through that workshop. How you doing? What can I get for you? Is there anything you need? Hang on, not just my immediate logistics manager or my car manager or my team manager, the bosses, the main people that paid the wages. They came in, how you doing, Andrew? All right, anything you need? Yeah, no problem, nice to see you. They were always in there. They were the last ones to leave and the first ones to arrive. We tried beating them as truckies and mechanics. We tried beating them in, never could. Always a cup of coffee, lads. I saw you coming, I put the kettle on for you. Oh, spot on. Phone call when we were in the other side of the world. How you doing? How you getting on? And that made the difference, that inspired the team. And it's just the conversation we've just had. When you look at top professional sporting teams, the champions get stronger. They have little hiccups, they have little this and that, but the leadership lift them. So it comes back to leaders are creating the environment. for people to flourish, for people to grow, nurturing them up. And it's like I've just said to my good friend here, take care of the people. The people take care of the customers. Now fundamentally, and there's some massive information I'm giving you, unless you're a leader, unless you're inspiring, unless you're encouraging, unless you're supporting your staff, they're not going to do anything. And certainly do not micromanage. I've been to places where the manager wants to do everything, the owner wants to do everything. I want to dig that spade, I want to change those nuts, I want to drive that truck, I want to do... They're in there, ugh. Staff just stand back and go, you know what, whatever, I ain't following you. I'll work for you, I'll get my job, do my money, go home. Anything else? Nah, not interested. I'm not interested to help you, I'm not interested to think for you. Do a job, I'm a number, I'm a monkey, I go home. And so many owners are like that. And what I'm trying to encourage you is that you work for your staff. You lift your staff, you encourage your staff. And like I've just said, our race team way back in the day, even with my father and I and my brother, when we were British Championship, we were Enduros, first one there. We ran events, British Championship, European event. First one's there, last one to leave. Our team were back in the hotel. We even rung them up to make sure they'd got dinner. We grabbed a sandwich on the way home because we made sure our team had everything they needed. A couple of times we slept in the car because the team needed that support. And on the day, the team were phenomenal. One of the best events in the entire series we ran. Absolutely phenomenal. So it comes back to a very simple ethos. You as a business owner, as a leader, work for your staff. Your staff work for the customer. The customer works for the business. You are critical in creating a good, positive environment. Now we'll go on and we'll talk about the people you employ underneath. Man management, because I believe there's two types of managers. There's the one that help to manage the people, but they're not quite a leader. And there's the one that manages the business. And unfortunately, a lot of businesses, a lot of owners, we were having that conversation, get the wrong people. Sarcastic, arrogant, obnoxious, short-sighted. They've got stuff to do. Oh, yeah, I'm doing this. If you can't do it, I'll do it. Whoa. And like I've just said to my good friend that stood here, he's got 30-something odd, 30, however many staff. He can't deal with all of them. So I've given him today, and he's laughing at me because I've given him some juggling balls. So I've given him one for every member of staff, one for the business, one for the payroll, the accountants, the marketing, the advertising. I've given him one for his wife, his kids, and he can't juggle all of them. So you've got to put them down and go, what can I deal with? I can create a good environment. And if I can create a good environment, my team will come in and they'll pick some of them balls up for me. And I joke, and friends will tell you, monkey management, feed the monkeys. At the end of the day, if you take the problem on, it's your problem. So encourage a good environment, encourage your staff, work with your staff, and your staff will get the results. I can't tell it to you any simpler. There's lots we've done in 9 holes of golf, as you can imagine. Fundamentally, you as a leader create the environment. If you create the environment, it's positive, it's healthy, it's encouraging, it's supportive, your staff are going to bring you massive amounts of results. Like I said earlier, they want to get up and come to work and be led. They don't want to be managed. They certainly don't want to be micromanaged. And if you're taking on all of their problems, and it's exactly the statement that we had earlier, is that you've run out of time and the staff have run out of jobs because you've taken their job because only you can do it right. So you believe, but yet you've hired people. So this is what I can't get. If you're a manager, leader, business owner, you employ people because you can't, you won't, or you don't have time. Okay, and how's that work? So Alex Ferguson brought in David Beckham. There's nobody else on the planet can put a ball in the back of the net like David Beckham. So Alex Ferguson inspired him, gave him the tools, lifted him up, threw things at him, challenged him, got him up there, got him fired up, went out and became an amazing player. You look at the racing drivers we've had, you look at the teams that we've got, Jordan, Williams, Benetton back in the day. You look at some of the car drivers that have been inspired, they always still go back to the leader that inspired them to do what they do. Look at the boxers. Kozagia, never get his name quite right, won multiple things. His dad was his inspiration. Frank Bruno had the same trainer. Mike Tyson had the same trainer all the way through their careers. Inspired them and lifted them, worked with them. The leadership was there. Look at around the world yacht racing, broken masts, off direction, the leadership and the encouragement and the team to get back together and lift them. So we finished today with, as a leader, which is what you're now going to be, you're going to encourage the environment, because if it's a good environment, your people, your staff, your people will work with the customers and the customers will work for the business. So it comes back to that fundamental thing I've been saying. You, the leader, the owner, work for the staff work for the customer works for the business. You are not responsible for the results, you're responsible for the people to help them get you the results. And then there's various levels, and we'll talk about that in another video. So just bear that in mind. It's a breakthrough today. Thank you very much for letting me do this. And you can see we're in a golf, you can hear it raining. Just come out and stood in the car park and just gone, I'm going to give it to you. He's happy for me to give it to you. So bear that in mind, whether it's coaching, whether it's psychology, NLP, hypnotherapy, whatever you say that I've got a background in, business development for 20 odd years, sports development for 20 odd years. My father's been doing it the same. It's a family business, and we've got directors and we've got consultants. But bottom line is it's an inspiration. Whoever we work with, whoever we work for, it's about lifting and about encouraging and about making the solutions to help you and your business go forward. Thank you very much. Take care.